As cooler weather approaches, it's time to gear up with Red Wing shoes. Hi, Teresa here from the Fargo Red Wing Shoe Store. Keep your feet warm, dry, and comfortable this season with our premium selection of work boots designed for the toughest conditions. Whether you're working outdoors or enjoying an adventure, Red Wing Shoes has you covered with durable insulated footwear. 3003 Main Avenue in Fargo, Red Wing Shoes for ultimate durability.
Welcome to the InForum Minute, a daily rundown of top news, weather, and more for the Fargo area, powered by reporters from WDAY and The Forum. Here's today's forecast.
WDAY Storm Tracker.
Today's weather is brought to you by Red Wing Shoes of Fargo. We're looking at lots of clouds today, a slight chance of a rain shower or two, otherwise highs in the low 50s. So staying seasonably warm and south winds shifting to northwesterly winds at about 5 to 15 miles per hour, taking a break from those breezy conditions. By the evening, though, will be cloudy, a chance of a shower or two, and a stray flake may mix in with those shower chances, otherwise dipping into the mid-30s. For Wednesday morning, looking mostly sunny and highs around 50 degrees with 5 to 15 mile per hour winds throughout the day, although we will be increasing those clouds towards the evening, and by Thursday we'll wake up to cloudy skies once again with a chance of showers later in the day. There could maybe be some wet snowflakes mixing in as well, otherwise highs in the low 50s, and those warm temperatures are going to fall off by the time we get to Friday and the weekend, with some chances of seeing flurries and maybe even some snow. This is Storm Tracker meteorologist Stefan Sundy.
This podcast is brought to you without paywalls, thanks to support from our digital subscribers. If you subscribe, thank you. If you don't, visit inforum.com/subscribe for our introductory offer, just $2 for 6 months. Here's today's headlines.
Hi, everyone. It is Tuesday, November 4th. With your InForum Minute, I'm Lisa Bedeau. In Moorhead, voters are being asked to decide on two school funding questions today. The first is a $4.37 million operating levy spread over 10 years. For the owner of a $250,000 home, that would mean paying about $1,891 a month. The second is a $1.5 million capital projects levy, also for 10 years. That would add roughly $483 a month. Combined, the two levies would cost homeowners about $23.74 a month. Voters rejected a similar referendum in 2024. Since then, the district says it's already made $4 million in cuts and could face another $5 million if both measures fail. Polls are open now until 8 tonight. You can find a full list of polling locations on the district's website. The lawyer for a Moorhead woman accused of murdering her toddler wants a judge to throw out her statements to investigators. The lawyer says Valerie Zamora wasn't read her Miranda rights when police interviewed her 3 times after her 20-month-old son died in May. She's charged with second-degree murder. Court documents say an autopsy showed that the boy died from blunt force injuries due to assault. Zamora is accused of waiting to take the boy to the hospital after he had started vomiting. Prosecutors say the defense will have several weeks to submit a written argument to the judge. A ruling is not expected until next year. A Holly man will not serve any time in jail for hitting and killing a bicyclist in downtown Fargo after pleading guilty to a misdemeanor charge of reckless endangerment. Prosecutors say 43-year-old Jeremy Jorgensen drove over 61-year-old Baron Scholes with his SUV and then drove away from the scene. He was formally charged with a felony 3 weeks after it happened. As part of his guilty plea, Jorgensen was sentenced to 360 days of probation. If he breaks the law during that time, he will serve that same amount of time in jail. If you're driving through Fargo today, you might spot some road sweepers out on the interstate. The North Dakota DOT will be sweeping both I-29 and I-94 throughout the day. Crews started at 8 this morning on southbound I-29, where at least one lane will be affected. Once that's done, they'll move to the northbound lanes and then onto I-94. The DOT says to watch for signs, slow down near equipment and workers, and give crews plenty of room. Sweeping should wrap up around 5 this evening. The Fargo Public Library is tightening its budget and raising fees for people who live outside the city. Starting January 1st, non-residents will pay $60 a year for a library card, a $40 increase. If you have Moorhead or West Fargo library cards, you can still check out books from Fargo libraries for free. The library says it had to cut nearly $250,000 from next year's budget. With your InForum Minute for WDAY TV News, I'm Lisa Bedeau.